Hey again, buddy. Sean with KappisCards. Back at you again today with one of these Walgreens rips here. I haven't done these in a while, these Fairfield product baseball and football card boxes, but I found myself in Walgreens today. These are $6 now at my local Walgreens, so I think they went up about 50 cents or something like that. And as always, right, 1 in 8 get a hit here, 1 in 4 get a hit here. This will be mostly Sage and, that kind of modern-ish sort of stuff with a couple of old cards. This will be mostly from the junk wax era and a couple of, more modern things thrown in. But as I was going through the checkout, coming up to there, they had a whole, display of cards as well. And I'd never seen one of these before. This is an MJ Holdings product that was there. Now, they probably had, I'm going to say 24 or so of these blister pack things. The other ones, the other 23, had the Japanese League on the front, right? The NPB Topps cards. This is the only one that didn't. Did a little pack searching to find it. So I know I'm the jerk this time. But we'll take a look at this MJ Holdings thing here with the, I've never opened UK baseball before. I think there might be 2 packs of it. So judging by what the, if you that zooms, Big Ben and stuff like that on the second card there, I think it's just the next year, right? Or something like that of UK cards. So we'll look at that at the end here as well. And as always, unless I pull something absolutely stupid, which I won't in these products, they're going to wind up in my Etsy shop, right? And I'll give you a little sneak peek. I'm making the Rangers packs right now. And you can see over here, right, this is what, I don't have 30 cards laid out here perfectly yet. But you can see I've set some of the star cards aside. And you can see how they're, some junk wax, but also some modern cards that are mixed in, right? There's 22 Topps, 23 Topps, right? A couple from the last few years. That's a 23 Bowman, right? Of Acuna, back to like 85 Topps here and stuff. So that's kind of representative of a pack, right? Although there's 30 cards, there's only, 25 or so there, right? If you include the 5 star cards that I have set aside that would go into that pack. So, it just kind of gives you an idea. I might mix some Rangers from this right into this. So, and that'll get into one of the packs, and then I'll update them tonight. And I am doing something else over in the Etsy shop. The ones that I've got, if you could see here, I've got a lot of Rangers packs, right? With teams that I've got a lot of like that. I'm doing a special for baseball, right, where you get 20 packs for $35. So we'll see, $35 shipped too, right? So we'll see how that goes and if they sell and stuff like that. So let's start with the baseball product here. Is this a studio pack? It is, right? God, how can I remember that from 1992, the gold foil? Because it's been that long since I've opened a pack of studio, yet I can still remember that. Shows you how many I opened as a kid, right? As I was so into this and starting lineups, right, as my hobby and that sort of thing, other than playing golf and stuff when I was a kid. So we'll look at that too, but let's look at the pile here first and see if we actually hit the hit and that sort of stuff. Wow, there's 23 cards in these now. So nice touch. This is 08, right? 07. Here we go. If you've watched my other Walgreens videos, and I'll link to them below, I'm always a year off, right? So this is 07. There's Ian Happ, right? So star-ish, right? It's actually a rookie card for somebody there for the Phillies, heading back to the playoffs. And Carson for the soon-to-be Vegas Raiders, or Athletics, call them the Raiders. It's a good weekend, football this weekend, right? A lot of fun games. Cowboys bounced back. Tell you what wasn't fun, the Ryder Cup. Man, did the U.S. get their ass kicked. And one of these days, they got to figure out this whole, teamwork thing that goes into the Ryder Cup. Because, back when Paul Azinger, say what you want about him as a, commentator, he's not exactly the best, but he at least understood the whole idea of teamwork back when he was the captain and was at 08, something like that, when they won. So, they got to do something to figure that stuff out because Europeans get it. They clearly don't. But I know there's a lot of controversy about money and stuff like that going around, but still, they've been fighting about that for years. And I'm still talking about this because there's the first star that I've hit out of that pile, and it's a Barry Larkin, checklist card from 90 Upper Deck, right? So at least there's a Hall of Famer. But otherwise, this is, wow, Pat Zachary from 1981, and it's blown up in the corner. You see that? That is bad, right? But, it is a 41-year-old card, right? But still, 42-year-old card, but it's pretty blown up for one of these boxes. Ted Simmons is a Hall of Famer, but otherwise, Cecil Fielder, is that a rookie card technically? And that is, look at that blown up too. Look at that corner. Gets my hand there. Yikes. So it's not a rookie card either. 86 was his rookie, right? 86 tops. So before you correct me, I hope I corrected myself. Alvin Davis, 84 there. Conroy, Brunansky, Eric Schau, and a couple of backwards cards here. But did not get the hit in that box. So let's see if we get something fun out of Studio. If you don't remember Studio, or you're too young to remember Studio and you never opened these before, they're like, you know, portrait cards. And you can see there, it's got a picture of Tony Gwynn, you know, fielding with him, you know, just sitting there, right? All of them are like that. What the hell does Randy Johnson got in his hand? Oh, it's a broken bat. That's pretty cool. I thought it was something else there at first, like a torch or something. Will Clark, Rafael Palmeiro, Dave Stewart. So the good thing about this, these are mostly stars because it's not a big set. A couple hundred for that time, right? So Langston, Sandberg, Thigpen. It's Palmeiro. Didn't I have Palmeiro before? Jose, Carter, and Chris Hoyles to finish off. So those are the baseball cards, right? And at least from that, we'll hold those other baseball cards. Let's mix in the football now. And again, if you have never opened these, it's going to be a lot of Sage. I bet there's going to be repeats, right? And then we've already got, you know, some, looks like Pro Set, modern Pro Set with a busted corner. You can see that there already. The pack's going to be Sage too, right? So it's either Sage or it's 90 score, and this time it's Sage because it's thin. Though it is 2023 Sage. I don't think I've ever opened that, so that's something. Wow, I got a star. Randy Moss. So that's the only team I'm sold out of in football right now. I'm out of the Rays in baseball. I got another Randy Moss. Got another Randy Moss. The Randy Moss box. Let's put the Randy Mosses there, right? That's at least different. I mean, we'll give it that. But then you got the Sage, you know. So Josh Downs, Hutchinson, Wilson, Knowles, Warner, Dye, DeMoritz. There's the first double, DeMoritz. And here's Dye. We saw Dye before, right? Yeah, so always doubles as well in these. Caleb Williams is an interesting pre-rookie card here, right? That's what I'm going to have to hold on to for a year and see where he lands next year, because he'll probably undoubtedly come out to the draft next year. So we'll see where that goes. He's a USC quarterback right now, so that's pretty interesting. Then we got, of course, the Junk Wax era stuff here with a Saint and a Dolphins uniform, right? Because that's what Fleer did rather than try to airbrush. You know, the Dolphins found their help, right? You know. There we go. So some 91. Derek Thomas, right? The late Derek Thomas, Hall of Famer. Khalil Mack almost tied his record for sacks in a game yesterday against the rookie quarterback there for the Raiders. McDaniel's a Hall of Famer. It's a pretty good box by their standards, right? Even though I'm not going to get the hit, I don't think. It's Ricky Williams, right? LaDainian Tomlinson. So, I mean, that's probably the most Hall of Famers I've ever got out of one of these, you know, Sage boxes, right? I'll put McDaniel there, too. He's a Hall of Famer. Bobby Wagner's a great player. He'll probably wind up in the Hall of Fame, right, with Ricky Williams. There's Tomlinson, right? Hunter's not bad. So, you know, it's a pretty good pack. Their box there for, you know, what this is, right, without getting the auto. Can't complain. Let's see what we got here. This design, it's bad enough that, of course, these don't have, you know, any sort of logos or anything like that on them, right? But they're ugly, too. This design, even by Sage standards. There's the fantasy football sensation, right? I drafted him, and then, because I had so many other injury problems, I dropped him after week 1, right? So I'm the idiot. Then one of my, you know, competitors, my best man at my wedding, actually, is the guy that picked him up and's got him and is running with him right now. So Achine, or whatever his name is, Achane, yeah. But that's that, right? That's that stuff. Let's look at this. So, like I said, I've never opened one of these before. Heck, I've never seen one of these before. It's been a while since I've been in Walgreens. And I've also never opened UK. So we'll see what we get. Guess I don't need the knife. And was I right? This is UK edition as well? That's cool. So double up the UK editions. If you're not familiar with the UK edition, it's the same card. I think it's a slightly smaller set list. And it's got the little Union Jack in the corner, right? See? They're on Tony Goslin. Lindor. I'm setting that aside for the PC. I'm sure I don't have that. Warland. McClanahan. Him. Can't read this. Smith. Ivy. Max Kepler. Flaherty. And ooh, that's a cool card. What is that? Pretty neat little insert kind of set, I guess. I threw the pack away, so I don't know what the name is. I'm gonna bend over and get it. But that's pretty neat. I like that. That'll go with the Blue Jays. Nice little update set there. So let's look at 22, and then we'll call it, an update, right? I'll go through and pick out any Rangers that I didn't here to go put in this pack I showed you I was building. And yeah, so you can see the Union Jack again up here. Hendricks, Sheets, Kirilloff, De La Cruz, Trevor Story, Gore, Bobby Witt, rookie's a nice one, Clace, Jesse Winker, and then I got, is that a number? Wow, numbered to 75. Jake Berger, UK edition. So that's, again, heck of a find in this. It's probably at 75. It's one in, more than 100 packs, right, and to find that. So, all right, cool. So, hey, didn't get the auto hits, right, the cheap autos that you usually get. But, compared to the other, dozen or so that I've opened here on the channel, plus whenever I pick up those random extra packs, right, it's about as good as it gets from one of those, Fairfield boxes. And that little, I might, if I see those 2 packs again, especially if the ones that don't have if you're interested in Japanese baseball, that's cool. That's go get them, right? But, it's just not for me. So, I'll definitely pick those up again if I'm finding myself in Walgreens and they got them, And if you haven't subscribed, give us a like and subscribe. I do these sorts of openings as well as I do product updates for my stuff over in the shop. And you get this sort of information and, that type of thing. And we have some fun here. I talk a little bit about sports. I complain about my teams and do other things, right? Especially when the Cowboys blow it again, right? Or the Mets stink. The Mets did hire somebody today, right? Their president of operations or something. We'll see who they bring in to replace Showalter. But, yeah, we just have some fun here. So thanks for watching. We'll see you over in the shop.